Yes guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video on this cold but sunny day in Newcastle. Just stood here outside of St James's Park, and we will be heading in there in a minute into the club shop, as Newcastle United have now announced a cup final shirt collection ahead of Newcastle's game against Manchester United in the Carabao Cup final. The club have now released a collection of clothing, t-shirts, hats, scarves ahead of the final, and I've not seen too much of this online, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to come down here, we're going to head into the club shop and take a look at what is on offer. I believe there is also a new training kit collection as well, which we may as well take a look at while we're in there. But it's hot topic as to what Newcastle fans will be wearing for the final. It's creeping up on us now. We still have one game against Liverpool at St James's on Saturday, which I will be at, and I'll have all the usual pre-match, post-match stuff, so if you've not subscribed, be sure to do so. But hot topic is, ahead of the final, Newcastle will be wearing black and white in that game. There was big question marks as to whether we could be wearing the green and white kit, which we wore last time we played them. No, it will be black and white, and a lot of fans are saying that that's what they want to be wearing for the final as well. War Flags have spoken about their potential display at the final as well. So we'll talk about all of that later in the video. Let's start things off by heading in there and taking a look at this new shirt collection ahead of the final. Strange walking down here when it's so quiet. The last time I was walking out of here, there was a lot of chanting Wembley songs. So yeah, it's a little bit eerie at the moment, but as I say, come Saturday, it'll be absolutely jam-packed again. There's the box office. No queue outside of it. It's been absolutely rammed over the last week, and I think the ballots officially finished today as well. So fingers crossed for anyone trying to get a ticket for the Wembley final. There's Bobby and Shearer over there as well, looking great in the sunny weather. Something we do need to do is get a plaque. Shearer hasn't got his plaque yet. Here we go. Let's see what they've got on offer today. Ooh, I can see some retro tops, that's always nice to see. Look at this. Got this one. I do not have this one. And they're only 25 quid. That is pretty decent if you're looking for something ahead of the weekend. Some of these are looking pretty nice. Well, that was the inside of the club shop. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to show you guys the new collection. That's becoming a bit of a theme, unfortunately, for me. Whenever something new comes out for Newcastle United, I come down to the club shop to look at it, and it's not in the store. Apparently, it's online only, and dispatches on the collection are set to be the 20th, which is this weekend. So you've basically got the chance to order it before the weekend and then have it arrive before the final. So if you are going down early, you might not get a chance to get it. But I'll put some of the images on screen now. Generally speaking, I think the hat looks good. The hat looks quite good with the little gold cup on. The scarf looks good as well, but the t-shirts I'm a little bit unsure on. As I've mentioned already, I think a lot of people will want to wear their black and white strip, and I had also hoped that as part of this collection we could have actually had a black and white strip with like that little signature writing on it that says like Carabao Cup final, Newcastle United versus Manchester United, with the date on. Maybe that's still to come. I imagine that's what the players will be wearing, and you've got to think you know, depending on what happens in the final, if we are able to go ahead and win it, then maybe we will re-release a new actual shirt collection. Maybe they're being a little bit careful with it being the final. If you do go and buy it and we don't win, it's still something great to remember of that cup final we got to. But it's if we win it, is when people will really go out and go and really spend. So maybe they're trying to be a little bit reserved with the collection. There's one shirt that has final on the front. There's another shirt that has the record of games played on the front of the shirt. Why not have it back and front? Two different tops, and they're not particularly cheap either. You know, you're talking 25, 30 quid. Could not have been front and back. I suppose if 50,000 people go and buy one of each, then that can pay towards somebody's wages, but I feel like they should have really done that back and front. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on the collection down below. I would say that generally speaking, it hasn't quite caught my attention the way I hoped it would. And I would in fact say have caught my attention less than some of the tops available online from other companies like Art of Football have released a very classy looking collection. A jumper, a t-shirt, a bucket hat with the blue star and the date. And this is not sponsored, but I would potentially say that that looks higher quality and probably more attractive than maybe what the club have released. But then as I say, they've not had long to create it, and I also wonder if they don't want to overdo it, and then if we do win, then we'll get a whole lot more. And why it's unavailable in the club shop, I've got no idea, because you'd think the first thing they would want to do is actually have it available for people to buy. You know, wouldn't that be crazy to have the brand new collection available for people to buy in the club shop? But yeah, you can buy it online, and if you get it today, tomorrow, or believe before the end of this week, you should have it in time for the final. And I did have a quick look around for the new training gear. That wasn't there either. That was unavailable. So I will put a link of that on screen now if you want to go and take a look. That's just been brought out, I believe, as another limited edition training piece, so take a look at that. But in that club shop we've got so much stuff now. I've mentioned this a few times on the channel, is Newcastle are releasing more and more and more, and for collectors it must be an absolute headache to try and buy everything, but it means you've got loads of choice. There was a lovely jacket and jogger bottoms combination in there, just black, a bit of blue, a bit of white. Looked really good. It's not cheap though. I think it was like 75 quid for the jacket. So yeah, if you've got the money and you want to spend, if I had the money, I would definitely like to spend, because there's some great stuff in there. I think it's one of them special occasion things where you come down and maybe grab yourself something that you wouldn't normally. But I'll tell you what was a decent price. Some of the retro shirts, 25 quid only, and they actually had a really good selection in there. So if you were hoping to buy a shirt ahead of the final, or maybe for the weekend, or maybe just generally, they might not be a bad shout. I went upstairs and I did take a look at all of the usual Newcastle shirts. Now, I believe they did a discount pricing back on Boxing Day around Christmas time, where you could actually get the white and green top. I think at the time it was close to 35, 40 quid. That price has gone back up again. I think that's back to 60, 65. And if you want the printing on the back, that's close to 80. So yeah, the shirts in the shop are still selling at the start of the season pricing. But as I've mentioned, when there's a final around the corner and the club know people are going to want to buy stuff, they're going to keep the prices up. But there is some cheaper options in there. As I've mentioned, the retro style shirts, I had a huge collection of those, just 25 quid. And they did also have like a sale rail, where they had some plain black Newcastle shirts with the blue star on the front, which I thought looked good. I think it was only 14 quid for one of them. They were running a little bit low on sizes, so if you do want to try and grab one of them, you might have to be quick. But generally speaking, yeah, let me know your thoughts on the final collection. Yeah, I'm a little bit hesitant to go ahead and buy something. What I'd really like is for us to win, and then I'll buy some of the stuff after that. I know for a fact that I'll be wearing my black and white shirt going down there, and if you're looking something to wear for the final or games generally, there's plenty in there to take a look at. And one thing that other people are also talking about and taking down to Wembley is a flag. People are doing their own personal flags. There's so many on Twitter that people are taking down with them. I've left it a bit late now, I think. I've had a look at a few different things, and also you can go on websites to create your own flag. You can put your own images on. I've I've had a bit of a mess on, but I think generally speaking I might leave it. But that's all right, because War Flags are looking after me. They are going to be doing a display at Wembley. It is confirmed War Flags will be doing a display throughout the entire Newcastle United section of Wembley. And according to their post online, it will include every Newcastle fan. So I'm assuming it will be individual flags, bits of paper, maybe black and white, to show a message onto the field. Yeah, if you thought War Flags at St James's Park was amazing as it is, imagine having an entire side of Wembley doing a display. It must be, I mean, we've seen some big displays around St James's Park. It'll be really interesting to hear what they say in terms of size and magnitude, and also getting it all down there as well. You know, it's understood that the club have actually helped pitch in because of the short turnaround time on getting everything ready for the final. We know that War Flags is a fan-run group. It is supported by the fans. I don't know if this is the first time ever, but Newcastle have agreed to help out financially to get it all done in time for the final, which is very excited as well. So cannot wait. But first, we do have a big game against Liverpool this weekend. Hopefully we can get something there, get the confidence going, and then, as I say, the big build-up, the big week towards Wembley will begin. Let me know your thoughts down below on the collection. Will you be looking to buy something from the new Cup final collection at Newcastle? Will you wait until after the final and then stock up on what will be some winning memorabilia? Or are you happy with the black and white shirt you've got? Like, there's a few good deals in there, so it's worth taking a look around, and it's always nice popping down to the club shop as well. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already and you're still watching now. Loads of videos to come across the next few weeks as we, as I say, tick down the days to Wembley. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.